Hello, hello, hello. Beautiful people. I'm here. I'm here. Oh, it's Wednesday, April the 1st, 2026. If you're here with me, under the sound of my booming voice, I want to welcome you to Unveil Vibrations. Tonight, like usual, we got a lot to talk about. But tonight, we got a lot to talk about. And I ain't joking. Like, some of y'all stick it out with me. I appreciate you sticking it out with me. But just know, tonight, we got a lot to talk about. So I'm gonna light this flame and we're gonna make it hot. All right, y'all. I'll say this right now. Hit that like, hit that share button. Make sure y'all subscribe. Board. Let's go. Let's start the show. Amen, y'all. Welcome once, welcome twice, welcome to all my company, friends, family, foes, scalawags, dogs in the back, bamboozlers, whoever you shall be. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the place to be. This is Unveiled Vibrations, where we come together, have the conversation. We talk about what's happening out here. This is your weekly dose of reality with your boy, the hostess with the mostest, TD McCollum, aka Unveiled Vibrations. Other times when I come up here, I might be in a creative mood to put together some musical ideas because I am a musician. I am presently and actively pursuing my thing musically. But right now, we're in weekly dose of reality. When you see this banner, know that we're going to get it in musically. And for those that don't know, hey, I have 3 singles out. I'm a saxophonist. And on all 3 of them, I'm performing on saxophone. My first single, Groove With Me, is a smooth jazz and a go-go from Washington, D.C. fusion give you a little flavor of my hometown mixed with me playing some smooth jazz over top of it. You know what I'm saying? Check it out. It's all on streaming services everywhere. Then I decided, hey, let me show you a little bit more what I can do. I dropped Drunk on Love, which is a smooth jazz cover of Rihanna's Drunk on Love from her Talk That Talk album. If you don't remember that, go back and listen to it and then listen to my jam. I think you'll like it. It's nice and smooth. You know what I'm saying? Like a nice little ice cold cup of some cognac. And if you want to come back for some more, I got a triple dose for you right there. Another single, Get Lifted, which is my rendition of John Legend's Let's Get Lifted from his 2004 album debut. And don't worry, I'm getting my mind right. I'm getting all set and coordinated to have some more music coming out. I got some mad flavor for your ears. I just got to get them from inside my head down to these fingers and out to the masses. That's all. That's going to take time because I haven't been quite creative lately. But in the meantime, while you're here on Unfair Vibrations, let's have a conversation. Let's talk about what is happening out in the world, people. And before I get into all of this, hey, I want to say hello to the people here in the chat. Those that are watching and haven't said anything, it's cool. You're not hurting my feelings. But I do request, hit that like button, please. That helps this channel grow. It helps me to get out to more people like you. Maybe you'll become a subscriber. It's free 99. All you gotta do is click the button. Click it. Bam. Don't cost you a thing. But I promise you, you'll enjoy yourself while you're here with me. Tonight I have JoJo Speaks in the house tonight. He says, hey, Tyra. Say hello to you, my brother. He says, please remember, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Subscribe! Like I said, it's free 99. It is time to drop the gong. You right, man. You are right. Unverbalizations has started. Man, I don't know if any of y'all are clueless or been under a rock. Last week, we got us a treat of comical delight. Our buddy old pal Drewski came out here in the streets with the wide face, as people like the white face, and dressed up as Erica Kurt. And man, oh man, people were mad. How you gonna do that, man? How you gonna do that? I'm gonna tell you how you gonna. I'm gonna show you how he did it too. Cause here's the thing. Comedy is something that we need in this time. And he definitely produced. He absolutely produced. And if you didn't see it, no worries, I got you. Because my man, he came up here And I mean, like,
We're praying for all the soldiers and troops.
it is so amazing how he did this. Because, like, at first glance, you wouldn't think that was him.
All right, that is the
In what ways have you grown closer to Jesus?
I serve a righteous God. And that is why we say our prayers. And we are all his children. But when I say children, I mean like the holy, blessed Trinity, which is why I hold the Bible.
You know what, Drewski? This is too much right here. This right here, too close to the sun, my friend. And I don't know if y'all see this comment over here by Kevin on stage. To the right, that was the white chicks from the movie The Wayans Brothers. This man gave, oh, whew. If you thought White Chicks was a good movie, this skit that he did here took it way further than what the Wayans did. And oh my God, I'm like, yo. What's crazy is it's so believable. His makeup game on this skit was unreal. Like, he got a full beard like I do. Where that though? It's gone. And then that man got brown eyes, and in his makeup get up, he got these blue contacts in, and it flawless. The makeup, flawless. I'm sitting there like, yo, this man is a freaking genius. Stroke of genius, my man. Like, I was on the floor crying, laughing at this mess. Because it was that insane. And when I tell y'all, man, this man did not miss any of the tropes that he was trying to make light of. Like, Erica was out here looking into the camera like this on these different platforms that she was going around on and talking to people. And man, when I say art imitates life for real, this right here, this was 100% on point. To the point that she got mad. Ooh, she was mad. And my thing is like this, yo, why are you mad? This is you. This was you.
Cream foam chai ice matcha. And Bella will have all organic pop cup.
Organic pop cup. For those that don't know, at certain restaurants you can go to and they will offer some type of treat for pets, mainly dogs. Some of them have some stuff for cats, but mostly they have stuff for dogs. And you can place an order for it just like you would place an order for like your coffee or, you know, scones or stuff. And they will hand it straight to the dog or hand it to you to give to the dog. Like, I was absolutely flabbergasted when the first time I seen it happen. Like in real life, I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. What was that? What you? Why? Why? All right, well, whatever, man. That's you don't think that's weird? Nobody thinks that's weird. It's different. I'm like, wait, wow, okay. It at some point it got normalized as a thing that these restaurants would do. And I was just like, that's crazy.
Organic. Yes, everything organic.
Let me hold on, wait a minute. I'm
4, 3, 7. Oh, good.
about bust his butt over that thing.
3, 2.
Try,
Hold your chest lifted. We're gonna
oh
We
my
have to
God.
protect all men in America, especially all white men in America. Those are the boys that we care about in this country. America is built on their backs.
Yo, this black brother back here has the facial expressions that I would have had in that moment. Like, what the hell? What do you mean by that? If, man, you got to be kidding me.
Yes,
This is weird.
because they are the ones who matter.
And this is a real reenactment. Like,
get on your feet.
I man, let me show y'all. Drewski, this is Drewski. That man was under that. This man right here, this guy was under all of that makeup. And y'all, I more power to him. Like I couldn't believe it. Like when I realized who it was, all I could do was bust out laughing, crying on the floor because it was that ridiculous, but very accurate, indeed, very accurate. Man, Lady Virgo's in the house, everybody. You know what I'm saying? What's happening with you? She says hello to everybody. Hey, good evening to me, JoJo Speaks, for Fire Fact. Hey, thanks for joining us. JoJo says hello to you. Y'all say y'all pleasantries back and forth. Back and forth and forth. And she's like, wait, what? Trying to tell you there was a whole dude acting like Erica Kurt. Man, if you was under a rock, you missed it. You missed a good one last week. Now, speaking of the last few weeks, y'all, I don't know how y'all been feeling out here in these streets. Let's talk about it though. With everything that's going on in the Middle East right now, the conflict, war with Iran and the United States, our gas prices have gone quite high. And I had to share this one. This next clip, skit wise, man, unreal. But at the same time, it's a reality for many of us. How many of y'all go to the pump, pump y'all gas, and y'all contemplate how much y'all gonna actually put in there? How many of y'all think about, I'm only gonna put $5 to $10 just so I can make it to the store and back? I ain't feeling up. Imagine if you pull up to that pump and this happens to you. Got the saxophone, man. It's a sad reality that we have today, man. We go to the pump. The pump is out there jacking us for everything that we got, man. Everything, including the shirt off our back, because this administration out here playing games with our lives. And unfortunately, this is the result that we have today. We're being robbed. And they think it's cool, man. Ain't nothing cool about this, man. We go to work to make ends meet and maybe occasionally do something fun with our lives. And for what? For them to jack with the prices because they want to make an extra buck for a few weeks out of the year? Like, why? It's greed. And let me show you. This part here is alleged. I haven't been able to find any other facts behind it. But I'm here to tell you, there's more coming down the pipeline when it comes to our gas. I ran across this video post of a young man talking about them diluting our gas in the next month. Not months, month. Next month. Check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments.
Confirmed that they are about to start diluting your gasoline this May. So basically, the EPA just announced that starting on May the 1st, gas stations across the country can sell E15 fuel nationwide. If you're
I will stress, allegedly, he said it. I haven't found any additional facts on this, but this is what he is saying. Just a food for thought. If it comes about, you heard it here first. I'm bringing it to you because it's a part of our reality. This is something that we are dealing with currently. It's not hypothetical. It's what's happening today.
For somebody that doesn't know what E15 fuel is, it's gasoline that's cut with 15% ethanol instead of just the usual 10. And you literally cannot make this up right now because they are calling it fortifying the domestic fuel supply, which is a really weird way to say that you're just going to be adding more corn juice to people's gas.
EPA has issued emergency waivers for gasoline blends like E15.
Now, this is why it actually matters to you, because ethanol has less energy than regular gasoline, so your car gets worse fuel economy on E15. The entire point of this is that you might be saving about 25 cents per gallon at the pump, but you're burning through it faster, so obviously the savings just cancels itself out. But this is the part that genuinely nobody's talking about, because the EPA normally bans E15 during the summer because ethanol evaporates faster in heat and creates more smog. They explicitly know this, but they just decided to waive their own rule that they made anyways because gas prices are high right now and people are angry. And if you're somebody that owns an older car, a lawnmower, a boat, or a chainsaw, they're saying to be careful because E15 can mess up those engines. So they're making your gas cheaper by just making it worse. Is that even surprising at this point? The Fed...
Yo, you gotta understand what that means. Let me break it down for you. If there's more ethanol in your gas, and that in turns makes your engine burn the fuel faster, that means you're going to have to buy more gas, which this is their way of circling back around to make more money profit-wise. It's all about their bottom line. So if you're spending currently $40 a week to pump gas into your 4-cylinder, under this new stuff here, you could be bumped up to $60, if not $70 a week. If you're already at that $80 a week mark, you're going to be paying over $100 a week with gas if this goes through. Understand that the game is rigged against us. And they're playing for keeps. They're playing to take all of your money and my money because they can't get enough of it. And they don't care if it hurts you or me. They don't care. I want you to understand that society is, we have moved beyond the just base level of have and have nots. We've reached a new pinnacle where these guys are trying to put their thumb on top of our heads, if not their whole knee on our neck. And the sad part is we've become numb to it. That's the sad part. We are numb to it. And why are we numb to it? It's because we deemed it the way of life. It's no way around it. It's a part of what we have to do to survive. And frankly, we don't realize that we've given up our power to these people. The power is no longer with the people because we don't push back until, I guess, the pressure has built up large enough for us to push back. Ms. Kim says, and welcome tonight to you, Ms. Kim. Appreciate you coming in. gas is higher than giraffe eyelashes. That's the reality. It's high. If you ain't know, giraffe, it's all the way up there. She said, my little Mazda 3 usually takes $18 to $20 to fill up. Lately, it's taken 30 to 31. Woo. Yo, ain't no laughing matter on that. That's real. That's real, man. Now imagine if you were at a half a tank and it took you $60 to get to full from half a tank. We'd be crying because now we have to pick and choose. Am I going to spend this on food or am I going to spend it on gas? JoJo Speed says, hey, Miss Kim, these gas prices are getting ridiculous. Absolutely they are. Miss Kim says, I have a Speedway MasterCard that I rarely use. I've been using it more lately. Imagine those that don't have those gas cards. And they have to scrape up whatever they can to just go a few miles down the block. And just know, like, this year, I've been hearing whispers and rumbles of this administration trying to circle its way back to attacking the credit system. And I'm like, y'all fools start messing with the credit system, it's going to be a problem. A huge problem. It's already a problem because the interest rates are sky high, astronomical. Especially like if you're trying to buy a new car today. And their way of trying to combat that is, oh, well, we'll extend your payments out. What do you mean you're going to extend my payments out? The 5-year standard for paying the car back it's been replaced by the 6 and 7 year. And now they're talking about potentially going 10 years to pay off a car. Like, what is wrong with y'all? Hey, listen, like, the craziness doesn't stop there. It also goes down all the way to the house mortgage, talking about they want to do 50 and 100-year mortgages for people to pay off a house. Like, you're now trying to make people into indentured servants. This is the new methodology behind slavery. It's a slippery slope. A lot of us are not paying attention to what's going on. Speaking of paying attention, I don't know if y'all know, but hey, in other news, those that know should know, and those that don't know, breaking news, people, surprise, surprise, they're now talking about the bullet from the Charlie Kirk assassinating gun does not match. Shout out to my home, the real cosmetologist.
And fuck the news. Hello, everybody. TM. Sorry, I'm taking a shit. Are y'all gonna apologize to Candace? Candace Owens? She said
Candace Owens told us that something was off with this thing. And now it's coming out.
this about 4 months ago in an entire documentary. She said Todd wasn't the shooter. She said they never did an autopsy. She said he never made it to the morgue. And that nobody saw the bullet, but what they told them within the FBI case and everything else. This wasn't investigated normally. Charlie Kirk's body the next day after he was dead was on Air Force One.
Make it make sense.
Not even a president's body on the same day as on Air Force One, but Charlie Kirk's was.
She right. JFK body was not on Air Force One the next day. Robert was not on Air Force One the next day. How they make that happen? I wonder.
You would have thought that his fans would have been allowed to go to his funeral. That wasn't the case. They had the entire place blocked off so you couldn't see his body. Charlie.
Now, why would they do that? You may ask. They're hiding stuff. A lot of stuff regarding what happened in Charlie Kirk. The reality of it. Yeah, it was a horrible thing that happened to any human being on earth. But the way this went down is very suspicious. And a lot of gun owners have said this. The rifle that you're talking about, that y'all recovered, no, sir. And you know Americans know their guns. They know them through and through because they are very enthusiastic about having pew power.
Kirk's death is just as mysterious as Epstein and Hitler's. But instead of somebody saying Hilfa or somebody sitting here and saying pedo, Candace Owens sat here and said, the government is lying. I'm going to turn the whole thing upside down. Yeah, are black people going to start accepting her ever? I love y'all. I'm not in doubt. I'm telling you the truth. But the amount of work that she's done in the last year to expose not only this administration, she does not give a fuck about going after Trump. She has isolated herself from everyone she ever knew. Y'all think it's time for us to take our sister back? I don't give a fuck about y'all. I'm gonna take her back. I'm gonna take her back.
Look, Candace Owens has, I would say, drew her line in the sand. And many of us have decided to oppose her because of the things that she said. But, you know, what's interesting about Candace Owens at this time, you know, it's the broken clock thing to me. It's right twice a day. And she was right on this. For what it was worth, because it came from her, a lot of us out there are like, whatever, it's Candace Owens, she's still Candace Owens. Look, she's standing 10 toes down on this. And personally, how I feel about it is, all right, Candace, I'll give you this one. But my eye is still on you. You know what I'm saying? Because like T.I. said, you started this off with some bull. And we got to call you out on it. Now, when you're right, you're right. When you're wrong, you're wrong. Don't get mad at us when we come and be like, you're wrong. Because, like, hey, we, the black people, will always be on the side of truth. And that's something that every other ethnicity in the world doesn't like about us, because we are champions of the truth. Even within our community, like, they don't like it. Like this whole situation with Candace, they don't like it when we slap them with the truth. But at the end of the day, right is right, wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. Miss Kim says, my credit score is close to 800. Yeah, baby. Top tier scores. Yes, I'm not falling for the okie doke with this administration. Not buying a house or getting another car. Nope. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Look, I'm going to tell you like this. If you can't pay for it in full, these boys right here, that's in 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, they're going to cause you a lot of problems. And everybody had been calling for this housing market crisis crashing for years now. After COVID, I'm willing to bet they will manufacture a housing market crash just for kicks and giggles. I bet money on it, 100% that they will, if they stay in office past this midterm. Are you listening? I had to go big to tell you this. Like, it's real. These boys are sick in the head. Don't believe me. Just watch. Miss Kim said, why am I not surprised by that? Setting that kid up to take the fall. That's all that was. We saw it because it doesn't make sense. And there's the other odd part about it is him running across the rooftop and climbing down the side of the building, perfectly landing on his feet with the alleged pum supposedly in his pants, broken down. No. The things that they were trying to feed us, I don't want it. Take it back. Return to sender. Miss me with this bull. Miss Kim says this country's obsession with pew-pews is disgusting. It is. They glorified having them to the point where people feel that they can't live life without having it. And then it was crazy about it when even recently things happen with those pum-pums on school grounds. Crickets. In the malls. Crickets. There's no... And it was so funny. It was like this particular situation with Charlie Kirk. That was the first wave of the NRA giving some type of rebuttal to what happened. And then they came back around when ICE had their little situation a couple months ago, back in January. And it's like, I guess y'all standing for something, I guess. But it's not for American lives. It's for the almighty dollar. Miss Kim said, I was planning to buy a townhouse this year. I got my pre-approval letter and everything, but I'm going to wait to buy a home. Don't blame you, because essentially what the housing market has been shifting towards, unfortunately, is not a buyers or sellers market. They've been trying to shift it towards a renters market where they can exploit and have residual income off of everyone, because the game that they're trying to play is milk the cow as long as possible. And it's so unfortunate that that aspect of the American dream is being erased off of the chalkboard. And why? Why is that being done? It's simply because they're losing control. And speaking of losing control, hey, if we can't maintain it the way that we want to, we'll just I'll let them say it for you.
We're gonna just outbreed them. Can I get a witness? Can I get an amen? We're just gonna outbreed the left. You ever met a lib? They're hideous.
This has been going on for a long time. When I was 10 years old, I remember sitting in church, and from the pulpit, my pastor said to all the girls in the church, said, your purpose is to marry a man and serve your husband and have as many children as possible so that Christians can outbreed non-Christians and take back the nation. That was the words that he specifically used, because Christian nationalists do not believe in religious freedom. They believe in religious privilege, which is why when they don't get privilege, they claim persecution. But also, they do not believe in religious plurality and your ability to decide for yourself what you believe, how you want to live. It's all about imposing their beliefs on you, that you have the right to live how they think you should live. In the words of former Trump administrative official William Wolf,
And frankly, yes, we are going to impose it upon you. If you don't like it, I'm sorry, but this is good and right and just if it lines up with God's standards. And I am going to enforce my morality on you in a
it's not about freedom. They don't believe in that. It's not about choice. They don't believe in that either. It's not about Jesus. They don't quote him. They don't like him very much either. It is about control and manufacturing a society where people are forced to live how they live. And the goal is to simply maintain power in whatever way they can.
Saying the quiet part out loud, my peoples, is what is happening. If you're not aware, if you're under a rock, or just flat out refusing to acknowledge the reality that's around us, they're running scared. And the reason why they're running scared is because somebody came up with this replacement theory that eventually there won't be the majority, that everyone else will outlast them. And therefore, they're the crabs in the barrel that's trying to rip the claws off of everybody to reach back up to the top. If you don't believe it, just watch.
Talking with your family around the dinner table about these issues every day, it is high time to start. If you're not encouraging your children to grow up and have the courage to get married and have kids, more kids than they can afford before they think they're ready, it is high time to start. It is these choices, like deleting our dating apps and putting birth control.
More children than you can afford, earlier than when you're ready, get off birth control. This conversation happened at CPAC, the Conservative Political Action Committee conference that happens every year, large scale, where they talk about their agenda, their platform, and what they hope to do in the next year. And this took center stage yesterday. So let's talk about it. This is from the same people who are trying to cut Medicaid, get people off of SNAP, take away all of the institutional resources like Head Start that exist to help families, blame you for being lazy that you can't afford it, and then tell you to go have more babies than you can afford earlier than you're ready. Divorce rates are the lowest that they've been in 40 years because of things like birth control. Because women are able to decide when they're actually ready to have children, family plans so they can afford those children makes them have better, more successful families. I am married. I love my husband. I cannot wait to have tons of babies when we are ready, when we know that our family can afford it, when I am ready to slow down a bit, and they will get to grow up and see a happy mom and dad who planned for these pregnancies and feel proud and strong of what they've accomplished in their life. This messaging is so scary. It is center stage at CPAC. They want women. Pumping babies out is the only value they see that we have. They want us off birth control and, frankly, trapped, because they want you to have these babies before you're able to have a career, be financially stable, be successful, and be able to be happy and autonomous. Anyway, this is so alarming and scary. And, you know, you got to believe people when they tell you what they want, and they are telling us crystal clear what they want.
If you don't believe that what this young lady is saying is true, you're blind, and you're choosing not to see reality for what it is. Reality is shifting around us, and it's shifting daily, not monthly, not weekly. It's daily. I mean, the attacks that we are facing are incredibly crafted, and there is a great deal of detail going into them. And the way that they're doing it is demonizing everything that is against their agenda and making it seem like it is an attack on them. Don't believe me? Just watch. This young man said it quite eloquently. You ain't got to hear from me. You can hear from him.
To hate me. This is what I know for sure. God did not make me to hate me. God did not make me to hate me. And he loves every single aspect of me, including the aspect of me that has made it known that I love a man and that I want that love recognized the same way that you want it to be recognized. But here's what I am not asking for today with this vote, and here's what folks across Pennsylvania are not asking for. I am not asking for your emotional support. I am not asking you to like my marriage. And as I've said to the gentlelady from Clinton County when this came up in committee, you weren't invited and we had a great time. What I am asking is for the government to mind its business and allow two consenting adults to join in a union of their own on their own terms. That is what this is about. And I would remind people in this chamber that everything that I do in this building is informed by my faith. And I will take a backseat to no one when it talks about loving my God and living in line with the scripture. God.
People want to throw the Bible at everyone for the way that they live when it's against the way that they perceive life to be. And the unfortunate thing here in this particular clip is the fact that Black people are under attack. Gay people are under attack for being against what Christian values are. But when they are met with the reality of, I too love God, they can't reconcile it. But they can reconcile all that stuff before that. We need to have more babies. So we need to elevate our white children. So, and it's quite interesting how they have such a hard stance with that. And then there are those that are like, we're pro-life, we're pro-choice, but we're not for this. It's annoying that it's annoying and frustrating to me that you have people that will advocate for Christ, but don't look at all of the pages of which Christ spoke on. And the values that they claim that they're upholding, they're not upholding all of those values. To me, that is cherry picking. And that is a society that is doomed. Absolutely doomed. Because they're the same ones that will go out here and start a war and try to justify it with their Christian values. And then when met with pushback from those that truly represent Christian values, they feel away. Like over the weekend. Pope Leo reject claims that God justifies wars during Palm Sunday's Mass. Straight up said, God don't hear y'all prayers. The prayers of the oppressor are not heard. The prayers of those that inflict violence, hatred, spread bigotry, y'all prayers are not heard. This is what the leader of the Catholic Church had to say. And what's so amazing about it? You know what's amazing about it? Caroline Levitt, the White House spokesperson, took her wobbly, drop it like it's hot, hips up to the podium and had so much to say. And I'm just like, what? Ma'am, do you hear the words that are coming out of your mouth? Y'all don't believe me? Just watch. Shout out to my man, Preemie News, for this. Next clip. I love how he broke this down. And all I can say is, like, when these hoorah crusaders for Christ are met with other Christians who combat them about their Christianity and It's laughable of how the lengths that they go to try to reframe and try to make themselves look better after being called out on their BS.
Good afternoon, everyone. Could you hear our amen? We just said a little loud prayer as a team.
I ain't a Bible scholar or anything, but I'm pretty sure there's a Bible verse that says not to do exactly what she just did. I think it's Matthew 6:5. She would know that if she read her Bible, but I digress. Continue, Caroline.
On Wednesday, the president will host an Easter lunch in the East Room with faith leaders across the country to celebrate Holy Week.
Holy Week. Celebrating Holy Week. Praying and meeting with faith leaders. How about you meet with the lawmakers that just went on vacation while the government is still partially shut down? Or maybe you can meet with the family of the teacher that was killed in another school that y'all seem to do nothing about. But you know what? You got it. Meet with your faith leaders. And speaking of faith leaders, I wonder what the Pope has to say about all this.
He said yesterday, and I quote him, God does not listen to the prayer of those who wage war. Can you comment on that?
I think our nation was a nation founded 250 years ago almost on Judeo-Christian values.
What? Founded on what? Judeo-Christian values. Do you understand the words that are coming out of your mouth, Caroline? Caroline. You are crashing into a ditch.
And we've seen...
Wait a minute. Judeo what? Judeo-Christian values? Now listen, I know they have some parts in common, but don't forget, they differ on the biggest part, the Jesus Christ part. Don't forget, you just said this a little bit ago.
Our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Anyways, I hope those Judeo-Christian values don't involve harming innocent people, right?
Blowing up and completely obliterating all of their electric generating plants, oil wells, Harg Island, and possibly all desalinization plants. Under international laws, striking civilian infrastructure like that is generally prohibited. Why is the president threatening what would amount to potentially a war crime with the U.S. military?
The president has made it quite clear to the Iranian regime at this moment in time, as evidenced by the statement that you just read, that their best move is to make a deal, or else the United States Armed Forces has capabilities beyond their wildest imagination, and the president is not afraid to use them.
Well,
Preemie, I love how you put this together, bro. Like showing themselves to themselves is absolutely masterful. And I just can't believe the things that they will say, talking out the side of their neck, man, and then be like, that's not what I meant. Or you didn't hear me say that. Like, why we gotta be lying about this stuff, man? Like, what? And to say, like, legit, like, Judeo-Christian values is what this country was founded on. You do realize, like, these boys was not either when they first began settling in this country. Neither. But that would require you to understand and truly know American history all the way through, right? And I'm just like, now, the tomfoolery is like, what I mean, they say one thing out the side of their neck and do something totally opposite. Recently, Donald Trump decided he was going to vote in the Florida election. And then he does it by mail. He didn't go in person to do it. When he had the opportunity to go in person to do it, he just didn't do it. And then say, well, I'm the president. I can do whatever I want, as the rebuttal to the question of like, why are you trying to change the rules for everybody else? Like, if you don't understand what I mean by him trying to change the rules, hey, watch this.
I'm very happy to be signing the voter integrity, and I think it's going to be really great. So if you don't mind, I will take some time and I'll make this signature absolutely perfect. So it looks very good. So far, so good. Okay, so that's a big deal. Very proud of it. And I don't know how it can be challenged. You'll probably challenge it. You may say, find a rogue judge. You get a lot of rogue judges, very bad people, very bad judges. But that's the only way that can be changed. And hopefully we'll win on appeal if it is. But I don't see how anybody can challenge it. I don't see how they can challenge it.
He doesn't want anybody to challenge it, because if they challenge it, it means the ultimate nail in the coffin for him on things. He can't do what he wants to do. And like just today, he ran his hips up to the court trying to limit and restrict birth citizenship, and got turned down by the court system and said, no, you can't do that. Say that people born here don't automatically get citizenship. What's the reason why they don't want people born here to not be issued citizenship? The reason why is because, unfortunately, they're trying to open it up to where foreigners who they deem eligible to come here can be issued citizenship without any type of course. And then, of course, on the back end of it, they want to charge for the pathway to citizenship. And because if you're born here, you don't have to pay for your pathway to citizenship because it's given to you by birth. They can't exploit it for profit, even though they do exploit it all for profit, aka Social Security. And of course, they've been murking that up for years. And y'all, it's so sad because, like, unfortunately, the country is insolvent. Like, we're upside down on paying our bills. Like, if you're not aware of it, I got something for you. Just watch. Shout outs to my man, Tizzy Entertainment.
To be talking about the fact that the Treasury Department just declared that the U.S. is insolvent, and we really should be. if you're unclear about what that means, insolvent describes when a person or organization is unable to pay their outstanding debts as they fall due, or when their liabilities exceed their total assets, which is what is happening here. The U.S. Treasury's latest financial statements show the federal government is insolvent, with liabilities nearly 8 times its assets and a widening fiscal gap. The report reveals $47.78 trillion in official liabilities, and that's excluding the $88.4 trillion in unfunded Social Security and Medicare obligations. If this was an individual, they'd file for bankruptcy. But
filing for bankruptcy is something that Donald Trump knows more than anybody else in the history of all the presidents, because he does it all the time. And yet, we allow this idiot to get into the White House and fumble around with all that tax money. What was so funny about this is there was an episode on The Simpsons in the 2000s where they talked about taking administration back over from Donald Trump's administration. And they said, how are things with the budget? We're broke. Broke? What do you mean we're broke? And people laughed and joked about it back then. Because they never thought that Donald Trump would actually become president. And the reality is here, sitting in our face, and it's like, what do you have to say now? Like, the reality is here, and oh my gosh. What are you going to do? Miss Kim says, I better not see one black faith leader at that Easter luncheon. You know the funny thing about this? Caroline talked about this luncheon. I ain't seen not one clip, no photo, no nothing from this luncheon that he supposedly had with faith leaders. I haven't seen it. Today is Wednesday, right? Maybe that was an April Fool's joke that she was playing on everybody a couple of days ago when she said this. On Monday or Tuesday, I think it was, when she said it. I think it was Monday. Yeah, Monday when she said it. And I was like, interesting. What nomination of faith leaders are you talking about, Caroline? Are you talking about those Judeo-Christians? Or just Christians? Who are you talking about? You weren't clear about that. And is he just inviting people just to invite people? Because he's a lonely man sitting up there trying to portray it as if they're doing great things. Like, it's not working out too well for them right now. And I don't think it's gonna work out any better. Cause like, if you were under a rock over the weekend, there was a No King's Day 3.0. And it was massive. Incredibly massive. Like, all these cities. I'm like, hey, if you were under a rock this past weekend and didn't see any of this outside, shame on you. Because you meant to ignore it. You meant to not pay it any mind. And why? Why would you do that? Why would you do this? Because this is not the reality that you're used to. Simply that. And you rather hide under a rock and hope that it would just go away and things will just return to normal. It's not the case. Life has completely, totally shifted for everyone post-COVID. It's time to wake up and smell the coffee grinds. Because America is not America anymore. And I don't think she will ever be the America that we thought we were a part of. The sad part is, like, we're at a crossroads as a country, and my Lord, I like how Funky Dineva put it. Funky Dineva said, I need to know where you stand before I go and hang out with you anywhere or do anything with you anymore, because it's too important. And I agree with Funky on that. It's too important, because for you to laugh, ha, kiki, take drinks, go to the club, go to the movies, come to the cookout with me, and you sit up there as an advocate for this man while people are suffering? I like how Bill Nye, the science guy, put it simply. Watch this. Tell them how you feel, Bill.
Extraordinary times require extraordinary actions, and we are living at a very unusual and troubling times. These guys from ICE wearing masks, beating people, shooting them in cold blood in the United States without consequence. People, this goes way back 249 years.
If Bill Nye, the science guy, can recognize that our world is totally upside down and on fire, like in this meme here, there's an actual crisis and we need to fix it. We got a problem here in America. And what's crazy is, like, we've been wondering how we got here as a people. I think I've discovered how we got here. And this next video, the young man has a quite interesting theory that I feel like is very, very convincing theory. Don't hear it from me. You can hear it from him.
War, since the history of mankind, has been the conservatives of one group going to war against the conservatives of another group.
Say a word. the conservatives of one group going against another group of conservatives has been the cause of wars. Interesting.
Ayatollah and his people are the conservatives of Iran. Trump and his people are the conservatives of America. Netanyahu is the conservative of Israel. See, conservatives can only see their ugliness when they're reflected in another group of people. I had a discussion with a guy who's a Republican. He was talking to me about Sharia law. And I said, listen, if I actually listed out the tenets of Sharia law, it would sound like I was listing the tenets of the Republican Party. It really would. I have never seen a case, either historic or modern, where the leftists of one society went to war against the leftists of another society.
The liberals of one society versus the liberals of another society. Historically, he's right. It's never happened. One thing that we did not realize this whole entire time, it's been conservatives versus conservatives. And what's so shocking about it is we tend to only go to war when they're in power of the government. It might not be shocking to some people, but when you sit back and think about it, every last one of the conflicts that America has gotten in outside of the borders of America have been conflicts that the Republican Party has put us in. And now this young man just blew the whole world wide open on that. Ms. Kim said, those protests are a waste of time. They need to let it go. Ms. Kim, I actually kind of agree. And I kind of want to still say that black people, stay your behind in the house. This is not our fight. No matter what they do outside that door. Don't you take your hips outside that door and put yourself on the front line and wind up on somebody's t-shirt. We done that. Been there, done that. It's time for us to stand back and stand by. Like my man said to the Proud Boys. Stand back, stand by. Because when we go outside, it's a whole problem. Because, sad to say, some of us can't help ourselves and do the wrong things when they go outside. And yeah, you know what I mean. Y'all know what I mean. If you don't, we could talk about it. Hit me up in the comments and I'll let you know what I'm talking about. Insult to injury to Donald Trump's ego even more over the weekend. The Iranians released Lego videos dissing everything this administration is all about. And I got to share it to you because it is absolutely freaking hilarious. These Bammers created a freaking Lego video dissing America. And I said, what? You got to be kidding me. They dropped 2 of them things. And y'all, just watch this.
Sir, Iranians have released a new Lego-style animation.
Y'all, they trolling the hell out of America with this thing too, boy. Cause y'all, if y'all didn't know, they have been dropping drones on Americans on the troops. It just been really oh man, they've been taking care of business over there. That's what the Iranians have been doing. If you ain't know, yeah, get a VPN and find out. Meanwhile, Orange Goofball had been going around. Let me tell you something. Hold on. I'm coming full screen. This Orange Goofball had been going around telling people that he been negotiating with them and had the nerve to say these boys want a ceasefire and want to negotiate. Just straight up lying, man. This made me lying to the people, bruh. And for what? For what, man? For his ego. Bama actually scared, for real. He bad just like that. And y'all, so the U.S. government talked about occupying one of the islands nearby to set up their military operations. And the Iranians said, hey, go there if you want to. We got something for you. Them boys like, hey, we got something for you. Don't show up over there if you like. We got some packages. We got some presents for you. And then this is why in this video they were talking about come close. Come on by. Come in. We got something for you. And this fool, Agent Orange, talking about he gonna send boots on the ground, like, bruh. I don't know why you fooling with these peoples, man. You gonna find yourself. You keep talking about what you gonna do to them, and on one end, and then you talk about how the war is over on the other end, and the Iranians come back and be like, "No, you ain't talk to us. No, why you lying? Why you always lying, man?" And it's because he cannot handle the damn truth that this thing is not going the way that he thought it was going to go. And so, you know, hey, things continue on. The Iranians said, "Hey, we got another diss track for you. Y'all ready for part 2? There it is." These Bammers start putting out whole Lego movie montages, bro. Trolling the hell out of the U.S. forces and Israeli forces. And then had the nerve to be like, all right, well, we're going to include the whole world on it. Everybody that y'all had went to bat against and have fought against, guess what? We're inviting them onto our side. And America should be kind of worried because if the Iranians are this bold, this means they got more info on us than we got on them. And unfortunately, this means we're not playing regular rules of engagement anymore. And with this means, hey, y'all might as well just pack it up, go home, man. Because in my opinion, that means they got something waiting for y'all that y'all ain't going to be able to recover from. And y'all keep playing around with these folk. Keep playing around with them. Y'all going to find out. And it's going to mess y'all up. And it's okay. It's all right. You're going to be all right. Like James Brown said, you're going to be all right. You're going to hurt a little, but you're going to be all right. You bet that dang all right. I'm James Brown. Believe me. You're going to be all right. Speaking of being all right, man, Cardi B is out here doing her thing and having a time of her life. And have been selling out big time. And man, what is amazing to me to see, for her to be honored. That is the most amazing thing to me. And recently I came across this post. I don't think there's anything more honorable about your work until a university decides to do a whole study on what you did. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Howard University is currently preparing for a course this fall that they're going to be launching on the marketing and production of the album, Am I the Drama? Cardi B's rollout for that, press wise and marketing wise, is noteworthy to be studied because she did it organically and crushed the numbers sales wise. Crushed some really, really big numbers. And I want to celebrate her for this, man. Shout out to Howard University as well for trying to be, I guess, I want to say probably like leading for the future is something. One of my mentors and ministers that I follow, shout out to Eben R. Jordan from Zoe Ministries. They have this phrase that they will say quite often: we're leading for the future and perfecting the eye. I think in terms of what happened with Cardi B's release, she was so far ahead in the future as far as marketing strategies, even though it was borrowing from the past. The way that she did it, definitely kudos to her and her team. And she made it so interactive and in such a way that I think hadn't been done in this type of way in this time period, that you have to go back and look at the things that she utilized to make it so successful. To now she rolled out to a whole tour, and the tour is successful on the back of what happened for her release strategy of her new album, Am I the Drama? And if I could get in that classroom, I definitely would love to be just a fly on the wall, if not have a seat in the room, because I've been someone that studied music business in school. Would love to see more of a breakdown of this strategy and see it made standardized, possibly, if that's something that's possible, because we got to know that although she didn't have the backing of the label because she was at odds with them financially, there was still a machine there. The machine being that she had a fan base that loves her and adores her. And her connecting with that fan base was such a well-oiled machine that the product coming down the pipeline, man, that thing moved fast. And it moved in her favor, right? Shout out to her, man. Like, I wish her the best on that. And I hope they invite her to campus to speak on some of this, her experience from her personal point of view. I hope that's something that they're able to do with her, because that will be outstanding. Rounding the corner tonight, y'all, I don't know if you were under a rock last week, but we got us a absolute musical delight and treat from Tank versus Tyrese. Last Thursday was a blast. Oh my God. These daggone boys were singing. Oh, they were singing so. And not only that, they were singing, bro. They were doing it with their style. Tyrese, being the fool that he is, he shows up, stepping out of his car in style.
No, the champ is here.
I'm on the champions here.
Champ is here, man. What y'all talking about?
I've been really trying, baby. Trying to hold back your feeling for so long.
Y'all, these brothers know how to entertain. And when I say they came not to disappoint, they came not to disappoint. No one put this on the bingo card for 2026 at all.
Your time, but I must admit that I kinda. So maybe if you have the time, we can talk about you being mine, baby.
Like, I mean, these boys got some real vocal chops on them, and we got ourselves a treat like no other. And some of my favorite moments was the downtime in between performance, like because they was cutting the fool out there, and cutting up so bad that if you missed it, you really missed the treat. Like,
Hey, man, turn my music up, man. Turn my music up.
playing the classics, man.
Everything.
And I mean, like, these boys' microphones were not turned off. They were turned on the whole time, and they was cutting a fool. It was a treat and a win for R&B male artists, for sure. And having the cameos that they had with LaToya Luckett coming out there, Jamie Foxx coming out there, Chingy coming out there, man, it was absolutely bonkers the amount of energy that was in the room and on that stage. Like, they burnt up the stage like no other. And I think the funniest moment of the night was when Tank improvised, talked about Tyrese and his turtleneck.
That turtleneck, anytime you feel like a takeoff, that turtleneck, you gon' suffocate in this verse. Turtleneck, don't suffocate in this.
Listen, Tank got a church band over there, okay? Tyrese got a nice band, but they wasn't playing like Tank band. That is my bona fide opinion. Tank came in that joint like a well-oiled machine. Tyrese was good for entertaining. Like the boy sang his butt down. But the musicians, man, that was with Tank. Oh my God. And then his backup singers, like, them boys was throwing down.
Don't suffocate in this verse.
You see Tyrese in this turtleneck, that boy looked like he was burning on fire up there, sweating bullets, real bullets of sweat. And it's like, hey, bruh, why'd you put this on? You know them lights is hot. And you've been on them stages before. I don't know what you was thinking with that. If you thinking that was looking cool, you was hot. And this is why Tank got on you. And boy, this thing was funny. Now these boys, they sing together from the group TGT with along with Genuine, and they went on tour before with each other, and they know each other quite well. So Tank knew how to get under Tyrese's skin and kind of antagonize him a little bit between performances. And this moment right here, by far, was where I feel things started turning for Tyrese. Cause like Tyrese, he had some good jabs in there with this daggone battle. Like he had, and Tank pointing it out to him. You put this song in the wrong place. And it started to tell, like, because Tank preparation for this battle versus Tyrese preparation started to show a little bit. I would still say like them boys both still saying they tail off. You should take off that turtleneck. But to make up a song on the fly in the middle of the verses, bruh, you huh? Bruh, what? And for your band to follow you like that? Bruh. Tank. Salute, my man. You killed it on that, man.
Anytime you feel like a takeoff, that turtleneck, you gon' suffocate in this verse. Turtleneck. Don't suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Don't suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Oh, don't suffocate in this verses. Turtleneck. Oh, don't suffocate.
That boy took that thing to church like Tank, bruh. I knew you could sing, but I ain't know you was singing like that, my dude. And, you know, these boys know each other quite well to the point that they can throw jabs at each other and cut the food. And what I mean by throwing jabs, they was like really coming at each other.
How you gonna act like that, bro? How you gonna act like that? How your band gonna act like that? How your playback gonna act like that? How your jacket gonna act like that? You took off that turtleneck because that turtleneck was acting like that.
That's all right. That's all right.
Try it again.
Give me a couple more.
Try to act like that one more time.
You're an opener, so keep opening.
No, sir.
Please, we all need a comedian.
Never, ever.
We all need a comedian before the main act come out.
I'm the only artist on this stage that has done 4 headline tours, not him.
Okay.
Not a 1.
That's fine.
Listen, Fast and Furious is nice.
That's fine.
But you can't tour.
That's all right. It's so crazy.
You can't tour.
That's all right.
You don't know what hard ticket sales are.
That's all
Should
right.
we educate the man?
We can all, hey.
He don't know what that means.
Bro, when I tell you these boys was going for broke when it came to throwing jabs at each other, the memes that came from this battle is ridiculous. Like, these boys had a post wrap up interview, and these boys, first off, Tank said he won.
Tyrese
is like, you ain't win.
Brotherhood, y'all. This is brotherhood, man.
Man, the first time was a great night.
You lost the tank. You lost the tank. You lost the tank. Don't run with a turtle.
Y'all gotta do a buddy comedy at this point.
The turtleneck.
Bruh, I tried to tell y'all last week when I talked about this right before the verses, man, that these boys are some clowns and they cut a fool and will have you rolling laughing. But at the same time, they will break it down and leave it all there on the stage like no other artist out there. And unfortunately, not everybody was too happy with what they saw. Old Ray J had to say all this mess. And I'm like, what you talking about, Ray J? Why you opening your mouth, man?
I ain't seen the whole verses, but I know Tyrese was trash. You know, Tyrese was worse than I was on verses, you know, and I could feel it. I could just feel the turtleneck and the anxiety in his voice and in his mood. Tyrese was trash. I think Tank won. And that's before I even finished watching it, but I can feel the anxiety and the insecurity in Tyrese's voice and his look and his mannerism. Tyrese is completely trash. He always has been. I didn't just say it, The Rock said it as well.
You know, it's like, hey, man, here's the crazy thing. Like, there's a record of all of this, and Ray J had to say all this to say, and we can pull back the record for 2022 verses. And Ray J, for you to say that you had a better performance, let's remind you, like, what that sounded like.
Wish to have $1 million bucks. Well, I wish I don't be in love. So feel me, pretty baby. I make one wish and I wish it all on you.
No, sir. No, my man. You did not do better than Tyrese. Now, Tyrese didn't do better than Tank, and there's a reason for it. If you know Tyrese is the type of artist that he likes the natural flow of things. So he is a very big person on how it feels to him. If he ain't feeling it, he ain't doing it. We saw that happen in the middle of the verses at one point. He was about to do a song. He was like, I ain't feeling that no more. I ain't doing it. Y'all move on with the rest of the damn thing. And, you know, it was funny because a lot of people have never seen that from Tyrese. I've been a big fan of Tyrese for a long time, since I met him way back in the day, back when he was on a Coca-Cola tour. And when I tell you, Tyrese has come a long way, but he's also gotten in his own way at times. And that's because, you know, he's a person that goes off of their feelings. And he's very emotional, driven, and passionate about what he does. And all I can do is respect that as a musician myself, because I am that way at times too. And as you grow as a musician, you learn how to work with that. And that's something that definitely has happened with Tyrese. Yeah, there are things that may come up. Like during the verses, he talked about the sound man and how he felt like because it was Tank's sound man, he was kind of sabotaging his performances. I don't know about that because you at least had a sound check, Tyrese. And I get it. The sound man is supposed to make you sound great. Yeah. True. But not all the time. It ain't always the sound man.
Let's just go home. Let's just be done.
Now, for Ray J to say Tyrese was horrible, absolutely not.
That's only 3 songs, huh?
This is a sound check.
Can I get it, baby? No reverb. No delay. Can I hear that? Yeah. Delay? Delay? Marcus, give me the keys. Give me just the keys. Just the keys. On that tail end. Can I get it, baby? Can I get it, baby? Can I get it, baby? Oh, can I get it, baby? Can I get it, baby? Can I get it, baby?
Look, Ray J, you can say he was different than Tank, but you can't sit up here and say he was trash. Tank is just a whole nother caliber of singing than Tyrese. We can say that, hands down. If you don't believe me, there's a whole story about how them boys function together. And the dysfunction between them as TGT. Don't believe me? I got a whole video for it. You can check out what Tank had to say what happened.
Promote the album. We got this new album coming out, Three Kings. I'm like, okay, cool. Tyrese is like, I'm getting my publicity people on the case. They've got power. They've got me. We're going to make it happen. Okay, fine. So Tyrese calls us with this idea of singing on the morning show in New York and singing the new single, I Need. In like a day and a half. I said, Tyrese, you want to sing a song we don't know on a morning show in New York in 2 days at 6 a.m? Yeah, that's what I want to do, to promote. I said, Tyrese, that's not smart. I said, we don't even know the song. We never even practiced the song. I just think you're being negative. You know what I mean? I don't think that this is the energy we need moving forward, going into promoting this album.
I gotta say this. Take reaccount of how Tyrese says stuff is highly accurate. And I can hear him saying this. This is how I know it's true.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, I think that there's, maybe some slight because my publicity is hooking this up. No, there's no hate, there's no slight. I just don't think it's smart. So me and Tyrese jump on the red eye to New York. And Genuine, he drives up. It's in the car to bring him up. So when we get there, I'm like, y'all want to go over the song a little bit? Go over the parts a little bit, try to figure it out. And Genuine was like, man, I'm just tired, man. I haven't slept all night. And when I drove here, I thought I was going to sleep, but I didn't. Tyrese is like, I got the thing for you.
This is so surprising to me. Genuine driving himself to New York to do a show, a morning show performance at 6 in the morning, bruh. You know you got to be there in the facility, in the green room, at least an hour and a half before that. So you know that boy, foot to the floor, in whatever vehicle he was in, tired, dead tired. Ain't no way them boys was ready. Ain't no way.
Pulls out a 5-hour energy extreme. He downs his 5-hour energy extreme. We waiting our time, about an hour and some change to get ready, hit the stage and do the song. A background part singing unison shouldn't be that hard to these guys. But again, it's 6 in the morning and it's a song we don't know. All right, I'm gonna play the tape. Got through that one. All right, now watch this one. Yes, it takes some dirt in order for a real man to grow. Those are the words. Fumble number one. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay. But then, then as I told you about this 5-hour energy, right? Did I tell you about that? Let's see the 5-hour energy extreme start to work.
I can't let you go. I'm in love. I know the things I did was wrong. Please bring me, make it up.
You don't know the words either. It is 5-hour energy coming out of his neck and his eyes. Tyrese walking around. He don't know none of the words. Look at him. He's just singing the last syllable. Ain't this about a bitch? Yeah. 6 in the morning, singing a song we don't know.
Take, bro. Yo, I'm trying to tell y'all, like, when I say Tyrese be feeling stuff, he be going with how he feel about stuff versus preparation. It's his thing, man. It's his thing. It's how he does things, man. And he gets so amped up and excited to do stuff, man. And sometimes that can be to your detriment. And I'm pretty sure, like, they rehearsed little snippets of Tyrese's songs, because that band probably been with Tyrese for some time now. And, he was like, I feel good about that. Yeah. Let's go to the next song. Instead of really rehearsing out the song, he blitzed through it and was like, yeah, I got this. And then Tank Band over that joint going to town like they did, because Tank is a perfectionist. He is a performer at another level than Tyrese. And this is my take on it. Like, both gentlemen did great in their own rights. But Tank, man, the preparation, man, sneaking in LaToya Luckett, it's like, damn, that was genius. Now, the word on the street was that Jamie Foxx wasn't even supposed to be there. And, he went to go do the song, and then all of a sudden Jamie pops up. He's like, yo, what are you doing here? Well, shit, now you're here to sing the song. I was going to sing it. And then, after that performance, he happened to go backstage and see somebody else. Trey Songz was back there in the back, hanging out with everybody backstage. He didn't know he was going to be there. He was like, well, shit, you here, man? Let's do your song, man. Come on out here. Pull him out there and did the song. He's like, damn, bro. Tank, bro, you adding salt to the injury, bro. Like, Damn. And then the whole turtleneck thing, it just took you over the top, man. Because your band and you, chemistry-wise, are so in sync that you can go anywhere and do anything. And that's church right there. Like, because how many of us gone to a church and they just bust out into improv of a song out of nothing, or switch songs based off of where the mood is going, and you can hear how together that band was. Like, Tyrese band was together, but they weren't that tight. And it's just apples versus oranges. At the end of the day, that was my whole take on it. Now, I was thoroughly entertained by both of them. And I don't think we'll have another one like that for a long time. Hey, Aaron D, smiling with Aaron D in the place to be. Yeah. She says, hey, everyone. And also, remember to hit that like button. Hit the like button, people. It's free. She says, hello to Miss Kim. And then we got Dustin Boiler in the house. What's up, man? How you doing? He says, hi, everyone. Yeah. Man. I really enjoyed that one. I can't wait to see what the next verses is up being. Hopefully it's just as good.
Y'all don't remember?
Because yeah. Boy, oh boy. We need that kind of entertainment to separate from society now. And coming up, last but least on my docket for the night, I don't know if I talked about this or brought it up here before, but I'm bringing it up here again if I did. Because I happened to see it again. And movie trailers, y'all, coming out. Summertime is inching even closer. And there are a couple more movies that I'm intrigued by, and I think I'll go see. And want to share the trailers with you and give my reaction to it. Here we go. Coming out this summer, we have the trailer for Masters of the Universe, aka He-Man. And boy, this trailer looks good.
I know most of you don't remember me, but I know all of you.
Castle Grayskull.
Even though I was stuck light years away on Earth, I never stopped trying to get back home.
Everything changed since you left.
Skeletor took my family. And he destroyed our world.
It's not my fault. I know how it feels to fail. Take the sword. And when you fall, that's your chance to stand tall.
Yeah. Ooh. All right, now. All right, Skeleton.
This is my home. I'm gonna fight for it. But I can't do it without you.
Somebody wants to brawl.
I need every man, woman, or whatever that is.
You may have the power, but you're too scared to use it.
Trust me, I know how to use it.
You tell everyone that you're from another planet. It just makes you sound a little very crazy.
All right, now. June 5th. Ooh, they stacking the deck around that same time because I think also on that day you got the scary movie coming out June 5th, man. They trying to take all our money this summer, man. Oh my gosh. June 5th, the Masters of the Universe is coming out. The He-Man. I looking at it, it kind of remind me of like Thor a little bit. I wonder how much did they borrow, concept wise, from Thor and possibly Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, shout out to Marvel for, I think Marvel showing everyone that it's possible to do these types of movies has enabled them to do these types of movies. It's been many years that they were talking about doing a Masters of the Universe He-Man movie. It's been rumors for so long, and then now to see it is putting a smile on my face. I'm seeing this trailer. I think I probably did do a watch of the trailer before, but seeing this version of the trailer now has me a little more excited for this film. I think when it comes closer, I think they're gonna give some more clues, a little more visuals of the movie itself. Hopefully they don't show the entire movie, and hopefully this wasn't them showing the whole entire movie, the big moments of the movie. Save something for when we actually come to the theaters. I'm excited to see what happens with this film. June 5th. There are, summer blockbusters are back. And this next film featured Keke Palmer. I think it's been a year or two ago now from her last film. I forgot the name of that film. Oh, doggone. What was the name of that thing? It was her and SZA in it. And that one was actually pretty funny. There is a new film coming out with her and a group of young ladies. It is called I Love Boosted or Boosters. We have Keke Palmer, Naomi, Taylor Poppy, Lou, as well as Demi Moore in there. And I can't wait to see this one because it looks like it's going to be a pretty funny one. And let's watch this trailer together.
You know the egregious theft that's been happening at my stores. The thieves don't take my clothes.
Oh.
Because they're low-class urban bitches.
Chrissy Smith knows we exist. I call it triple F. Fashion forward philanthropy. I know how to spell philanthropy. Branding, though.
For that, you're a raw ass, make it happen, hustler.
Hey.
Give it to me. It's mine anyway.
In fashion, humanity is our canvas. But the Velvet Gang is reducing our margins. Life can bob and weave.
Chrissy Smith stole my design.
What?
Uh-oh.
If she stole your design, we gotta get it back for that. I have a plan. Together, we empty out every single Metro designer in the Bay Area.
We gotta take what's ours.
We should coordinate.
Hey.
What are we waiting for?
Not even that yellow in here anymore.
Oh my God.
Okay. It's time to get loose.
Okay.
You posters just take like you.
We follow this plan to precision.
Their wig game is crazy.
Damn. I'm gonna need you to trust me. We have to make her cry. 3, 2, 1. Oh, come on. Let's take all of it. Grab them wigs.
Get your camera out. Let's go.
This is coming out May 22nd. Oh my gosh. I think this is going to be pretty funny and quite a smash of a movie. I can't wait to see this because I need to laugh, and it's been a while since I laughed out loud hard in a movie, and I think this is going to have a lot of that. I see that they have Don Cheadle in a makeup Get Out outfit, really done up. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does with that role. And my man Will Poulter from Sorry to Bother You, as well as the Book of Clarence is also in this film. So they have a decent cast, like some faces in there that you know you've seen their work and you know what they could do. I'm definitely intrigued to see how this all comes to a close on this movie, because the last movie Kiki was in, like I said, that was pretty good too. That I saw a couple of years ago with her and SZA, and I think that movie worked out way better than a lot of people thought it would. And I'm thinking that they have some sort of magic with this one as well. So, hey, look out for this one. It is called I Love Boosters. And the other one was The Masters of the Universe from man, oh man, it has been a great night. Dustin Butler asked what is my opinion on Savannah Guthrie's return to the Today Show on April 6th? I actually feel like it is a good thing. And hey, if you guys happen to stick around and wanted to talk shop with me, I am actually dropping a link in the chat for you to come up here and let's talk about some of the things that was said tonight or something that you wish to come out and talk about. Have the conversation. And this one here, I think Savannah coming back to the show is a good thing. Some people may feel a different way about it, but I feel like it's a good thing. And I'll be intrigued to see how that works out for her. Coming to the stage, ladies and gents, I present to you Mr. Dustin Butler.
Okay,
Hey, man. How's it going?
Well, it's going pretty good, Tyrone. It actually gives me a lot of peace to see Savannah Guthrie returning back to work. To be honest with you, I didn't expect her to return back to the Today Show at all. So it gives me a lot of peace to see her return back to work. But I do think it's going to be quite a different thing for Savannah. I don't think, like I said, Savannah did an interview a couple of days ago, actually on the Today Show. So
yeah,
I don't think that she's going to be quite the same. I don't expect her to be the same. You know, it's a life changing thing, and I hope that they find whoever did. Hope they find whoever did this because it's still open investigation. As far as I'm concerned, it's still open. So, it's sad in my opinion. It is, but I'm so glad to see Savannah returning back to today's show. Because I think that she realizes that she has to get back to somewhat of a normal life, whatever her new normalcy looks like. To be honest, but I'm so happy to see her back to work and see her back on the TV. But I
Right.
don't know. I don't know how other people feel, and that's just my opinion. But I'm so glad to see her back on the TV, starting April 6th.
Right. My hopes is that she take things slow and not instantly jump into heavy stories to kind of bury herself in work. Because in my opinion, I feel like if she buries herself into the work, she will desensitize herself to the reality of life. And I don't think that's a good thing for people to do, especially now in this current state of the world, to separate yourself from reality. I think desensitizing yourself to the reality around you is very dangerous because when things happen, you start to ignore the red flags. And then what will happen is you'll begin to just wash everything away. And at that point, you're not emotionally involved at all. And I think once you lose the emotion attachment to things, then you're going to be cold to everything else.
Right. I mean, I don't think Savannah is going to be returning back to. I think she's gonna return back to the. I know she's gonna return back to the workplace, but I don't think she's gonna be there much longer. I just think she's gonna be there until the end of her contract. And I think that at the end of her contract, I don't think she's gonna be renewing her contract. To be honest, um, I think that she realizes that her there's other things in life going on, and I think that she realizes that she needs to take a step back. To be honest.
Right.
I think this move. I think this return. I think this return date is being enforced by the NBC network.
Mm-hmm. Because I believe somebody believes that her showing her face is
Right.
going to show her strength, and that is kind of, I guess, sinister in a way, and a little selfish of them to say
Yeah.
that, because I don't know if
Well,
they're truly
somebody said I think they're doing it for a rating booster,
right.
but I think that yes, NBC has been affected from Savannah's absence. They definitely have been affected.
Right. Absolutely, they have.
They have been affected heavily. And I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I haven't been watching the Today Show ever since it happened. To be honest,
Mhm.
ever since she left, I left with her. So,
Because she has a certain light about her
right,
that invites people to watch.
right.
And with that gone, I mean, that is a huge following that
hmm
is gone as
And
well. You know?
there's also been another big change on the Today Show. In the most recent couple of days, there was another person announced that they're moving to MS Now from the Today Show. So I think that's another push towards NBC to bring Savannah back. I
Mhm.
don't know if you heard about this other guy leaving the Today Show and moving to MS Now, but I didn't know if you heard about that part or not.
Mm-mm, I haven't.
But yeah, he stepped down on the weekend.
Oh wow.
Ever since he moved into another network, so I think that has something to do with Savannah coming back.
Oh wow.
Uh, I didn't know if you seen that or not, but I'll say this.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah,
Who
his
is
name
that that's
uh
leaving?
I think it's Peter Alexander. Peter
Peter
Alexander.
Alexander. Oh wow.
Yeah, he's leaving and he went to MS Now. But yeah, that happened over the weekend. So I didn't know if you know that or not. But you
No,
know it now.
I did not know that he was leaving. That is huge. That is huge. Those that are not aware of who Peter Alexander is, give me a second. I'll be
Well, you can
bringing
actually
him up.
bring up the article because
Yeah,
it was reported on Variety, so it's all
I
it's
see it
all.
on USA Today right now.
Yeah.
Give me a second, and I will have that up. Yeah, Peter is one of those news anchors that has been on NBC,
Today Show.
the
He's been on
Today Show, and NBC Network for years, and I mean
Yeah.
a long time. And for him to leave, I think that is a big blow to the platform as well, because he is a strong anchor for them.
Well, I heard that he's going to be hosting his own show for MS Now. So I mean, it's like if he's going to host his own show, and I'll be watching that part. So I like Peter Alexander. I like
Yeah,
Peter Alexander. I really do. You know.
like
So
I put him up there with Brian.
all right, Brian. Brian. If you don't mind me asking, who's
Um,
Brian you talk about?
I forgot his last name.
Brian Empton.
Is it Brian Hampton?
Might be. I don't know. Might be. Might not be either. I don't know which one.
Man. Give me a second. I'm gonna find him.
Because Brian Hampton works for News Nation, so it might be a wrong person.
Hang on 1 second.
Yeah, sorry to keep you on. Keep you a
No,
little late.
man. Is it? Yeah, Brian Williams.
Oh, Brian Williams. Okay.
Yeah,
Wrong person. Wrong person.
Yeah, I put Peter up there with Brian Williams.
Yeah.
For those that don't know what I'm talking about, this is Brian Williams.
Can you make that picture bigger? Because I can't really see the picture.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm using my phone because my computer is not working on it. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people remember Brian Williams, especially when Jimmy Fallon and them broke up some of his videos and had him rapping the news. Brian Williams is a very huge personality on NBC News as far as nightly news goes. For those that aren't aware of who Peter is, I got you. No worries.
Sorry about that. I know I'm having a little bit of trouble seeing sometimes.
This is Peter Alexander, for those that didn't know. And him leaving NBC is huge because as far as the Today Show goes, like he's been there for a long time and really strong anchor for them. And maybe it's time for them to have such a change of a guard. And who is?
But can I ask you this, Tyrone? Do you think that had anything to do with Savannah coming back so soon?
I don't think so. I think it was about the contract offer for Peter, and I'm pretty sure he went to NBC like, "Hey man, I would like to stay. Can y'all do something to keep me?" And they're like, "No, we can't do that. We're not going to do that." And
so you think it was a totally different thing?
Yeah, I think it was totally different.
Okay. I just started to get on the same. I was trying to figure it out what caused it. You know what I mean?
Because somebody like him, he stayed there for a long time already. Matter of fact, when did Peter get there?
I don't know when his new show begins, but I'm going to be watching it.
And then to have your own show, that is something huge. And I'm pretty sure that was on his career bucket list for a long time.
Can you look it up when it starts? Because I want to know when it starts. If it has ever been announced yet. Because I haven't seen it yet. So if it has been announced, I haven't seen the date yet.
Yeah, let me see if they have a date.
Because I know it's on MS now, but I don't know what date it starts or nothing.
Wow. He was on NBC for 22 years. So far all they have is it starts spring of 2026.
Okay.
So more than likely it's probably starting around the same time. Maybe Savannah's coming back that same week, next week, possibly. If not, it'll probably start near the end of April, going into May, because his time slot will be at 11 a.m. Ooh, wow. Okay, now that's interesting.
11 a.m. or 11 p.m.
11 a.m.
I didn't know that part.
Now that's interesting. That would pose a conflict with NBC if he was to try to stay and also do the MS Now. That would pose a conflict. Yeah. When it is time to go, it is time to go, my friend. 22 years is not a short time.
Yeah.
You know,
So what do you so how do you think it's gonna affect the views for the day show after when he begins?
With them losing Peter, I think they will still retain a lot of their viewership. I just think the energy of the morning show will shift downward. And I think that's that could be one of the other reasons why they're like, hey, Savannah, you need to come back. Because, Peter's gone. And it's like, well, dang, that's going to tank all of the energy of the show. Like damn. That made me wonder, like, who's remaining on today's show after that?
Because I know Hoda Copy left, and then Hoda Copy left, and then now Peter Alexander's leaving. So,
well, see, like Hoda just floats.
Yeah.
She comes and goes whenever she wants.
Yeah.
Craig Melvin can hold his own.
What do you think about the? What do you think about? What do you think about
and
what's her name? Carson Daly. Carson Daly. What do you think about?
Yeah. Carson Daly has, he's been an outstanding anchor for a while. He started out on his own show, and now that he's there with them, I think, to me, wow. If Al Roker was to leave, I think that's when we need to sound the alarm. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Let me bring this up. Because this is pretty much the Rushmore of the Today Show. The big four that everyone sees. You have Carson Daly, Savannah, Craig
Melvin, and Al Roker.
What
about Chanel Jones?
I think they have her in, special segments.
Well, she got her own show now.
And they'll just pop her in when they need. Just like I'm pretty sure Hoda would just pop up when she's needed. But Jenna's still there. Jenna brings decent energy. I haven't seen Chanel too often.
Well, she just started in her own show. I mean, she's with Jenna now, so.
And Dylan, I don't recall Dylan. Huh. Wow. Okay. Interesting. They just lost Peter. Laura, she has pretty decent energy in the morning. When she comes in like the mid morning. And then Will, man. Will is still there. Will is a workhorse, man. Will does a lot for them. You know. Ultimately, Will replaced what's the name? Matt Lauer.
Lauer.
Yeah. And so I think they losing Peter is a blow to the show overall, but they have enough pieces to move around to kind of cover up that blow. Now the question will be like around this time next year, who else will be going out the door?
I'm gonna say out Roker.
You know what I'm saying? Like I know they trying to keep Al as long as Al can stay. But eventually, you know, they're gonna have to find another face to do the weather. Like come on, y'all.
Well, Al Roker's been there a long time, so he's old enough to retire.
He's not a spring chicken, man. You know, no offense to Al.
He's 70. He's 70 years old. 70.
I know you're gonna have to come down, brother. You're gonna have to come on down. You're gonna have to step down. I when you're so good at what you do and you affect so many people's lives the way that you do, it's gonna be hard to fill those shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one of the things that they thought about with Savannah is how are they going to fill those shoes? And, you know, visually it's all about balance on the show. And it's unbalanced.
I like to see Laura, what's her name? Laura. I think her name's Laura. I like to see her step up. Mm-hmm. The Laura. What's her name?
Laura Jarrett.
Laura Jarrett. I like Laura Jarrett.
Cause she is very bubbly. From the times I did see her.
Well, she hosts a weekend show.
And
but I like to see her on a weekday.
It would be nice to see her move up.
Right.
But hey, you never know. You know. And I'm pretty sure they might consider bringing some other people up from some of the mid markets. I think Chanel may have came up.
She did. She got a show. It's called. She got a show called Jenna and Chanel. She came up. She replaced Toad on the 4th hour.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Because I think I remember seeing her. I don't remember what market I saw her on, but I do remember seeing her face. Gosh, man, I haven't watched the Today Show in a long time. I used to be a huge watcher of the Today Show.
Can I ask you why you stopped?
Scheduling.
Scheduling.
Yeah. When I started working more mid morning to at night, Tyrone was waking up early in the morning to watch nothing. No, I would sleep. So I would miss all of this. Oh yeah. For me, growing up in the Washington D.C. area, Craig Melvin was there. He started out on the weekends and then went to the weekdays in the Washington D.C. area, and I've seen that guy flourish career wise ever since that time. So I'm quite familiar with him. I actually ran into him a few years back at a football game down in Florida. He was there to cover the return of the Florida A&M band, and we ran into each other and was talking around outside the press box and everything, because I was back heavy in doing media coverage for marching bands, and it was cool to talk to him. And like, hey, and by then he had already moved up to New York, him and his wife and the kids. And I was like, oh wow, like I missed so much because I had left. And when I left the Washington D.C. area, he was still on the air in the D.C. area while wifey was on ESPN as an anchor there. So it's good to see these guys move up in their career after you kind of get familiar with their personalities and faces for so long. And I think that's one of the things for Savannah that is going to hurt the Today Show. To have somebody that is such a strong anchor as her to just walk away abruptly without, going through the phases of leaving. And I hope that she's not coming back too quickly and falling under the pressure to come back.
That's what I'm afraid of.
And hopefully, it works out.
And I'm just gonna put this. I'm gonna put this out there. I would like to see Savannah. I'd like to see Savannah have her own show.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say on this network, but maybe on another network. Because I think that Savannah can do a lot more things if she had her own show. That's just my opinion. That's how much I like. That's how much I like Savannah Gifford. I like to see her maybe one of these days have her own show. But I think sometimes NBC can hold people back. So that's just my opinion. I mean,
I can see that.
I
can see them
maybe News Nation or something, or maybe MS Now or something. I don't know. But I think that NBC holds people back at some points.
They just put people in a box. A lot of people were saying that over on the other networks that like on CBS morning and ABC morning shows, they got put in a box. And when it came time for them to expand career wise, they just did not allow them to flourish in doing the type of news stories that they want to do versus what the producers deem to them to do.
Right.
And I think that's one of the areas that I did praise NBC for, was allowing the anchors to go out and develop their own story.
But I don't feel like that. I don't feel like that part of that. I don't feel like that part of NBC News is there anymore.
Oh, absolutely. I think pre-COVID it was there, but after COVID, no. And matter of fact, I would say probably post Obama era that changed. Because I truly believe everyone started chasing the ratings far more than actually real journal. The real journalism of the craft went away. And I get it, ratings bring money, and y'all need the money. So y'all do what y'all need to do to keep the money bag flowing. I guess. Well, it has been a pleasure, my people, being here with y'all tonight.
Thank you.
Sharing all of these stories all around has been great. I told y'all it was going to be a doozy. I told y'all it was going to be a lot.
Interesting. It's always interesting with Tyrone and I over here.
And it has been a lot, my man.
Yes, it has.
Please let the people know how they can follow you.
You can follow me on Facebook at Dustin Butler. My Instagram is Dustin Butler 700. My TikTok is Dustin Butler 24. So thank you, boy. You can follow me over there. I'm starting to get bigger on TikTok as well.
Yeah, I've been seeing you, man.
Yeah, I've been seeing it. I made you a moderator in my live. I made you a moderator over there.
Cool.
Yeah.
I appreciate that, man.
You're welcome. So so I started going live on TikTok. So I've been doing that a couple of days a week, maybe somewhere. We'll figure that out later. Yeah. But so we've been doing that stuff over there. But actually, I'm in the process of getting a new computer. Because right now I'm doing this stuff on my phone because my computer's got to the point to where it's just I won't load the page anymore, or I won't. It won't do anything. What I needed to do anymore. So it's 2 years old.
Oh man,
so it's 2 years old. I had it since 2024, and that's got to the point to where it just won't go anywhere.
No, it's upgrade time, and it's spring. Out with the old, in with the new. Peoples, you can follow me on Instagram and TikTok at mrtdmccollum. And yes, when it comes up, it will say Unveil Vibrations, because that is my name too. And like I showed y'all earlier, I got music out there. Y'all can check it out, or come back here and vibe with me when I am going live making some music. Which this month has been the month of March. Wasn't the best musically for me because there was so much going on out here in the streets that we needed to talk about it. So I'm gonna circle around back to it this month of April. And that is not an April Fool's joke. I'm serious. Speaking of April Fool's jokes, I don't know if y'all saw Donald Trump talked about on social that he was stepping down.
Did you know that they have a new mobile app now? Big deal, huh? It's called the White House app.
Oh no, I would not download such a thing.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't either. But that's what.
Keep that. Come back here, people. Please, every Wednesday, 8:30 ish. Unless I tell you it's not happening, or it's another time.
You're gonna be back. You're gonna be back. You'll be back next week, right?
I'm gonna be here next week too. 8:30, roughly.
All right, I'll be here.
And you know,
And hopefully by the time next week comes around, I'll have my new computer.
And then, you know, y'all can come join me, my compadres, JoJo Speaks, and Prophetic Fire Reiki on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. We come together and pray and read the devotional and socialize a bit, catching up on life from the week.
Yes. How's Jennifer doing?
She is wonderful. Man, you guys need to check her out on Monday. She is live at 9 or 8. I'm sorry. She used to be at 9. 8 p.m. on Mondays. And then you got JoJo Speaks and Dustin here. They go live on 6
on
Mondays. And then JoJo comes live on 8 on Thursdays. Like, there's a big network going on over here, man.
Yeah, it's a team. It's teamwork over here.
Yeah. And like, hey, my peoples, I appreciate you coming here, the replay gang, and everybody that stayed and popped in and out.
So, are you gonna be watching the new show about Peter Alexander's new show?
I think I'm gonna check it out. You know, I'm gonna check it out and see what he talking about. Cause
all right, let me know how it goes, because I want your opinion about it. I want your opinion.
He, to me, has been a great anchor for a lot of the last 22 years, and I think it'd be worth a watch to see what he does on his own.
Yeah.
And hey, man, hopefully y'all come back here and watch me too.
Yes, I'll be here next week.
So don't be afraid.
Yeah.
Come here, hit the like button, subscribe, comment, chill with us. We have a good time over here, having real conversations about everything that's happening.
Yeah.
This has been your weekly dose of reality, starting April 1st, 2026. I will see you next week.
See you next week. Love you, Tyrone.
Love you guys. And good night.
Good night. Love you.
We out.
We out of here, Tyrone.